All right, welcome back, my charming conspirators. This is the horror game called Death Mark 2, and we just finished up Chapter 3 in the last video. This is where it's leaving us off here, so let's just get to this. History of Konoehara Academy. Looks like this is just going to give us a brief history. It's founded by M-Town H City by the millionaire Genzu Kano. The construction of the school building, the old building, is completed. The clock tower is built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. Konoehara Academy's first headmaster, Genzo Kano, passes away. During the Great H City air raid, a firebomb is dropped on the school. Both the school building and the clock tower are miraculously left unscathed. That's kind of weird. The school's address changes due to the town's merger. The Konoehara Academy Student Council is launched. The construction of the new building and the special building are completed, and the old building is renovated. The clock tower stops working due to age. The old building is officially shuttered. 70 years of history. There were likely some tragic incidents that occurred during those decades. Does anything here give me a hint as to Departed's identity? No, not really. All right, this is Chapter 4, The Departed's Presence. All right, we're back in the mansion, it looks like here. I closed the Konoehara Academy's brochure once I finished reading it. Then I take a sip of coffee I brewed. It's been 3 days since the end of Slipmouth Kashima's case, and there's yet to be a new notice. In the interim, I've borrowed several documents from the school in a desperate bid to find any clues related to the Departed's identity. The investigation is not going so well. I feel like I'm treading water in the middle of an ocean, and I can't see the shore. Instead, my sense of uneasiness keeps growing larger and larger. Time to get going. Mr. Kano called me in today. I'd better head to the school. Yeah, there's probably a new notice of something going on, I'm sure. I'm feeling much better today than I was last time, so I decided to take my car. After cresting the steep slope, the school grounds finally come into view. God, what a hellhole this school is turning out to be, man. Are you kidding me? It's like the last chapter we had to battle the scissor frickin' spirit, and now we got a mold spirit running around. Mr. Kano's already left by the time I arrive at the faculty room. Without any direction, I decide to go into the infirmary. But just then, someone asked me to fill in for an absent teacher. I'm still not used to standing in front of class. However, I do my best to remain professional and struggle through it, teaching a lesson cobbled together from stray bits of my knowledge. Can I ask a question? A female student timidly raises her hand. It's not related to the lesson, though. What is it? I heard you're investigating the Departed. Does the Departed really exist? They do. They certainly exist. My answer causes a stir among the students. Mr. Kano and Sakamoto would probably give me a massive glares if they knew, but I saw a little point in lying to the kids. I just hope this will make everyone behave more cautiously. Maybe it will actually decrease the number of victims. Yeah, I'm gonna be straight up honest with them, though, you know? The chime singling the end of class sounds. Saying my goodbyes, I leave the classroom and walk toward the infirmary. School is over, time to start my investigation. None of the mark bearers will be here today since I didn't tell anyone I was coming. Had I just made this decision earlier, no one would have been killed. I'm always one step behind. Mr. Kano should be back by now. I better go to the faculty room. Alright, be on our way. Hello, villain. Sorry for making you wait. Has there been a new notice? No, I didn't call you because of that. I just wanted you to directly report your results in the slit-mouthed Kashima case to me. Go ahead. Give him a general report about the slit-mouthed Kashima case. It's also been decided that the broken glass and the dirty floor in the art room will be left as it is for the time being. I can't blame them for considering the current state of the old building. I see, it just keeps getting worse, huh? Daimon's been attacked and the Departed's identity still eludes us. Are there any clues that could help unravel this mystery? I've been digging through some of the school's documents, but I couldn't find anything linked to the Departed. Mind lending me other documents of interest if you have them? I'm especially interested in the older ones. I've barely seen any, which is odd for a school that's got 70 years of history. Oh, about that. I assume you've learned that our school was firebombed in an air raid during the war, right? Aside from the old building and the clock tower, everything was burned down. That included the building that stored the school documents. Even without the physical documents, you can always ask people who might recall the history you're interested in. Do you know anyone offhand who might remember? Let's see. If the previous headmaster were still in good health, they'd be a prime candidate. He was curious about Konoehara Academy's past and did some digging on his own. Where is he now? He died of a heart attack last month. Of course he did. That's why he's the previous headmaster and I am the current one. Oh, okay. Say, villain, I want you to be completely honest with me. Are you confident you can solve this case? I am. I like that attitude. Just bear this in mind. There are only so many strings I can pull if people continue to disappear. I'll be held responsible for the fallout, and you'll be removed from the case. To put it bluntly, our investigation will be stopped. I'll remember that. That's all I wanted to say. Oops, there was actually one more thing. This morning, Doryu, the student council president, asked me if you'd be coming to school today or not. Why don't you go see her? Both Doryu and Michiho are in the student council room when I arrive. Hello, Mr. Villain. Hehe, thank you for the other day. Looks like Michiho's fully recovered. She doesn't seem sick or dispirited. Mr. Kano said you're looking for me. Yes, there's something I'd like to discuss with you. Though I don't feel like saying it myself. Michiho, can you help? You're such a scaredy cat, Heim. Alright, take a look at this photo first. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Is there a swimming pool here? Michiho shows me a photo of the pool at night. I have to say, the empty water at night is pretty eerie. Well, there's a frickin' hand sticking out right there. What is that? There's something pale floating above the water's surface. The photo is too blurry for me to make out what it is, but it looks like the puffy, swollen face of a human? I guess it is a face. I was the one who took this ghost photo. The swimming club came to us to share their concerns about the pool ghost. I snuck into the school a while ago and took this picture. That's literally trespassing. Oh, come on, don't be so uptight. I did it to try and keep the student body calm. I still can't believe I managed to get this snap, though. My supernatural sense is truly something else. Michiho grins from ear to ear. Seems like she hasn't learned anything after what happened to her during Kashima's case. Are you telling me to investigate this spirit? Exactly. I've heard there have been a lot of strange incidents in the swimming club recently. If a spirit is behind those incidents, we have to do something about it before it gets worse. Do you mind investigating it for us? Sure. Thank you. Now tell me more about this spirit. Where should we start? The spirit's identity. While we still have no idea who the spirit is, some say it's a girl. It's always a girl. During club activities, some of the swimming club members said they heard a weird female voice. Some also claimed that they saw a severed head at night, like the one in the photo. I believe it started after the fuss around Taki died down. What fuss? Care to elaborate? Oh, you haven't heard about that? Kayoko Taki was the first noticed victim. While she's said to be missing, the rumors say she was killed by Hanako of the toilet. Is she talking about Ribbon? Now that I think about it, I never actually learned who Ribbon was. Horikoshi told me about Ribbon. She used to be in the brass band club with Azumi, and the two of them bullied Hanako together. Well, yeah, I can't deny that. She was on bad terms with Akai ever since they were first years. Did something happen between them? Oh, it was just Taki's personality. She was always an attention seeker. She'd form a clique and have them fawn over her. She really loved that. Kai was invited to join her circle one time, but she refused. Is that what turned the relationship sour? This is just a hunch, but Azumi's bullying of Hanako might have escalated because he had Taki by his side. They had a shared bond of hatred. Takai was known for her flashy red ribbon. Everyone knew she wore it all the time, and she didn't care because it was given by her boyfriend, or so I'd heard. She really treasured that thing. When you touched her ribbon from behind for fun, she'd get really angry. Then her boyfriend... That's enough, Michiho. You're flying off on a tangent now. Takai doesn't have anything to do with the pool case. When they're swimming, all of a sudden they feel like they're being suffocated and almost drowned. That kind of thing has supposedly happened more than 10 times. Too much of a coincidence, don't you think? Yeah, I agree. But the spirit was trying to suffocate them with their curse. That's all we know. Please take care of the rest for us, Mr. Villain. Oh, anything for you, Doryu. I'll try investigating it later at night. Right, I forgot. Wait there. Michiho writes something at her desk. Take this. This is the dorm's number and my phone number. Call me if anything happens. Hell yeah, man, we got her phone number. Or if you're feeling lonely, oh yeah, she likes us too. No thank you. Dude, way to drop the ball. Jeez, Michiho, don't be a weirdo. I can't help teasing him, you know. He's way too serious, you know. I quickly leave the student council room, putting distance between myself and their cheerfulness. Alright, we got the pool rumors. Why do we got to investigate this damn thing at night? Why can't we just go do it now? While awaiting the next notice, the student council asked me to investigate a spirit haunting the pool. Several students reported having odd incidences and nearly drowning, leading some to assume a spirit was involved. Before the incidents, a student, Takai, went missing. I also heard a voice at the pool. Okay. I don't even know where the hell the pool is, man. I still have some time before students leave school grounds. Let's go to the special building and gather some more information. I don't even remember how to even get into the frickin' special building. Is it back in the... There's still some time before the end of the school day. Yeah, I don't remember where the special building is, man. It's gotta be, like, library, maybe? There we go. I spot a familiar-looking boy while glancing over the spacious library. Once he noticed my presence, he immediately approaches me with a smug smile on his face. Is this gonna be Abe? Yeah, it's Abe. Well, look who we have here, if it isn't Mr. Villain. Big congratulations to you for surviving the oh-so-terrifying slit-mouthed Kashima. I expected nothing less from the renowned spirit doctor. I was just lucky. I think so too, actually. You are blessed by the goddess of fortune. Unfortunately for Mr. Daimon, he couldn't escape his cruel fate. I heard he's hospitalized at K Hospital. You sure know a lot about my situation, don't you, Abe? Don't you think it's time you tell me what sort of tricks you have up your sleeves? Oh, goodness me, to think you'd be interested in my secrets. I'm attracted to you, Spirit Doctor, and you're drawn to my mystery. We're basically meant to be. Haha, I don't dislike the sound of that. Hey, don't dodge my question. How did you... What a silly question. I don't see any need to answer that. Don't you know what makes a mystery fascinating and captivating is the fact that it remains a mystery? Let's keep our relationship this way. I'm in no mood to alter it. Haha, now if you'll excuse me. That was an awkward conversation. With a chuckle, Abe leaves the library. I've got no idea what to make of that kid. Yeah, me too. I have no idea. I doubt we'll ever understand each other. I feel like I'm talking to an alien. Is this what they call a generation gap? I step out of the library after that conversation, feeling rather frustrated. Yeah, I don't even know where to go. The school will be closing shortly. All students, please promptly vacate the school grounds for today. I guess that's enough for my evening investigation. I return to the infirmary to prepare for the night's investigation. Okay. Well, I guess it wants us to go back here. Might as well wait until the sun sets. Since I'm dealing with a spirit here, they should appear at night. I still would have liked to have gone and investigated the pool in the daylight, you know, just so we have a familiarity of the surroundings. Despite having no appetite, I forced down some cup noodles I bought on my way here to replenish my energy. I top it off with a cup of instant coffee with extra sugar. Doesn't compare to the stuff I brew myself. Coffee is still coffee, though. It's a hot black drink chock full of caffeine and chlorogenic acid. Telling myself that, I gulped the drink down. Why'd the music change? The night is getting late. Time to head out. Who the hell's calling? I've got a call. Who is it from? Hello? Good evening, Mr. Villain. It's me, Heimko Doryu, from Student Council. Why'd you need to call me this late at night? There's something I wanted to tell you. Remember how earlier I said Takai had nothing to do with the pool case? Actually, it's the opposite. Did you find out something? I asked one of Takai's friends at the dorm. Turns out Takai used to be in the swimming club. Oh, okay. Hang on, wasn't she in the brass band club? She quit the club after injuring herself during practice. After that, she joined the brass band club. But apparently, she still often come to watch the swim club practice. I heard she asked one of her friends in the club to let her swim from time to time. Because of that, the swimming club members kept away from her. So she just did her own thing. There's more, though. I don't know if it's related to the case or not. Right before she died, she apparently lost her ribbon in the pool. Didn't she love that ribbon a lot? Sounds like that would have been rough on her, huh? Yes, I heard she was flipping out. She searched all around the pool, the locker room, and the members' bags, but never found it. She was even saying she'd drain the entire pool if she had to. They were having a hard time stopping her. Did she find her ribbon in the end? Nope. And after that, the notice appeared. I'm pretty sure, don't I have a ribbon in my inventory? Doryu stops talking. I guess that's all there is to the story. Thanks. It'll help my investigation. I should be apologizing for troubling you. Please call Michiho if anything happens. She'll come flying. Anyway, have a good evening. I'm still not sure whether Koyoko Takai is connected to the pool case. Maybe I'll get a better understanding once I go to the pool. Yeah, I don't know where the pool is the thing. Pool spirit investigation. Takai was in the swimming club before she moved to the brass band due to an injury. Rumor has it she was searching for the ribbon when she lost before going missing. Ribbon, the first target, was Takai. If she's also the pool spirit, that ribbon might be the key to solving this. I gotta check my inventory. I'm pretty sure I have a ribbon. Do I not? Oh, maybe not, because all my stuff is gone now. Okay. Well. Oh, now the pool's showing up. Now the pool's showing up. I leave the special building and head to the pool. After a bit of walking, I arrive at my destination. The entrance is blocked by a low palisade. Obviously, given that school hours are over, it's locked. Well, crap, what do I do? I forgot to borrow the key. God, no choice but to bulldoze my way through. Putting my feet on the palisade, I managed to shuffle myself over in one try. Okay. This is the pool in question. I'm not sure if a spirit will appear tonight, but let's take a look around first. Oh, we got a broom over here.
Kujo.
Should probably arm ourselves. The bucket and floor brush have been left out. Did someone forget to put them away? Can we not take it? There are benches by the pool with dead insects scattered on top. It's kind of weird. Okay, we got a bunch of different stuff. There are some benches by the pool. Judging by all the mold growing on them, these benches must be pretty uncared for. Each lane has a diving board. I find a small object on one of the diving boards. Is it a tooth? Let's go. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. Gonna get me that soul. Alright, gotta check the water now. I see nothing on the surface of the water, certainly not a severed head. The water is cloudy and clumps of algae float atop of it. I'm guessing no one's using the pool these days due to the incidents. Well, here we go. What was that voice? What are we dealing with here? Who's there? Oh, come on, please work. What in the hell? I aim my flashlight toward the source of the voice. There, I spot a bloated ghost that looks like a drowned corpse. It's such an awful sight to behold that I can hardly keep myself from looking away. It kind of reminds me of Aunt Marge from, like, Prisoner of Azkaban, when Harry, like, accidentally blows her up and she floats off. That's what it reminds me of. Now that I take a closer look at her, she's wearing a Konoehara Academy uniform. Judging by the hoses wrapped around her body, she looks like a victim of Hanako. Is this the spirit of Koyako Takai, the missing person from the first notice? Save me, save me. How does that do 6 damage? I start to get strange chills all over my body. Crap, I won't be able to endure this for long. Takai keeps saying save me over and over again. It's like she's begging for forgiveness. Hanako's no longer here, though. She can't forgive her, nor save her. How do I save her now? The only thing I can use at the moment are the bucket and the deck brush by the poolside. I have no frickin' clue what to do here. What should I do to save Takai's soul, bucket or deck brush? Dude, I don't frickin' know, man. Let's go... I was gonna say, let's go with the brush. Let's go with the brush. Scoop up floating rubbish. Scoop up rubbish in the water. What the hell's the difference? I try scooping the trash floating on the water surface with the deck brush. Will you be saved if I do this? However, all I managed to do was scoop a single leaf out of the pool. Save me, save me. Well, it's clearly the wrong friggin' choice. Start to get strange chills all over my body. Guess that's not the right way to save her. You try something else. Looks like this isn't... Yeah, no kidding. Let's try to use the bucket. Scoop up air, scoop up pool water. Scoop up air. What would that even do? Let's try to scoop up the pool water. I try scooping up pool water with the bucket. Will you be saved if I do this? Takai's spirit stares at the pool, murmuring something in a relieved voice. I know this was just a dumb hunch, but maybe I stumbled on the right answer. Looks like this is the right choice. Hell yeah. There, more. Did she say there more? I guess I need to do more to save this soul. Save me, save me. How am I dying? I start to get strange chills all over my body. Damn it, what should I do? Act 2. Well, bucket's the only choice. Scoop up water near the surface? Scoop up deeper water. I don't know. Let's try deeper water. I try putting the bucket deep in the water before scooping. The bucket's so deep in the water that it's quite full. I slowly lift it. I'm guessing she wants me to get the bucket deeper into the water when she says there more. In that case... How's that? I scooped it deep like you wanted. Takai's spirit stares at the water inside the bucket. Oh, there's a ribbon in there. I follow her gaze and she sees something floating inside. What's this? It's a flashy red ribbon. I think I remember something about Takai wearing a flashy ribbon. Is this what you've been searching for all this time? Looks like this is the right choice. I heard Takai disappeared while she was looking for her favorite ribbon. She was probably killed by Hanako before she ever found it. I mean, I kind of feel like finding a bright-ass red ribbon in a swimming pool wouldn't be that difficult to spot, but maybe that's just me. Takai's spirit laughs happily as she disappears into the darkness. Okay, good. Thank God that's over with. The regret that Takai's lost soul bore has been dispelled. She shouldn't appear here again. Let's go back to the infirmary. Well, that was an easy battle. The spirit haunting the pool was Kayoko Takai, Hanako's first victim. Getting her ribbon back allowed her to rest in peace. Takai bullied Hanako along with Azumi, which is why she was a target. The departed didn't show up during this investigation, so this might be unrelated to them. That was like the easiest mission that we've had yet in this game. About time we get like a breather. Like, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
You like double check everything here.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure there ain't nothing else hiding. Okay, it don't look like it. Alright, so let's return. This concludes the requested investigation, yet the night is still young. What should I do next? That's a great question. I'm not really sure what to do. For some reason, I feel a set of eyes on me. Yeah, there's somebody in that window right there. I can see their face. There's something on the other side of the window. Now it's gone. Was that The Departed? Yeah, I think so. Why were they here, though? Huh? There's an unfamiliar item on the desk. This is... Oh, it's a new notice. The Departed's a notice. Dear Student Council, I will kill you tonight. I'm watching, hiding in the school. Your beloved, The Departed. So does that mean they're going after Doryu and Michiho? Student Council. Do they mean Michiho? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Crap, what to do? First things first, I need to check whether they're safe or not. Better call them now. I take out the note Michiho gave me this evening, and then I punch in the number written on the paper. Watch her not even answer and just ghost me. Exactly. I knew it. Michiho isn't answering. Well then, let's call the dorm and check if they're in their rooms. Konoehara Academy student dormitory here. The languid voice of a middle-aged woman is transmitted into the receiver that is pressed against my ear. She must be the dorm manager. Yeah, must be. My apologies for calling this late at night. My name's Villain. I'm one of the teachers at Konoehara Academy. Have Hamiko, Doryu, and Michiho Kanikiwa returned home? Hold on, Mr. Villain, right? So you're the teacher who's been hitting on those two? I think it's the other way around there, lady. What? Aha, playing dumb, I see. I've heard it all from these kids here, you know? They say there's a four-eyed, middle-aged teacher who's been hanging around Doryu and Kanikiwa an awful lot. Hang on a sec. This is... My goodness, how immoral. There have been more and more indecent teachers trying to put their hands on these innocent students. Just admit it already. That's what your intentions are, aren't they? This is getting me nowhere fast. She's prejudiced against me. Why is this happening now of all times? What can I do to make her listen to me? Tell her lives are at risk, convince her I have no ulterior motives, bring up Mr. Kano. Well, bring up Mr. Kano. I'm investigating a case that the request of Mr. Kano. If you refuse to cooperate, that's your choice, but I'm letting you know that he'll be hearing about it. Are you alright with that? Huh? Hold on a second, you're joking, right? Why don't you try calling him and see whether or not he thinks it's a joke? So what are you going to do? Your call. Ugh. The dorm manager remains silent. Merely mentioning the name Kano seems to be a pretty effective tactic within the school. Ha ha ha, my apologies. You see, the female dormitory has been getting a lot of weird calls lately. I didn't mean to offend you at all. I'm just taking precautions for the girls' sakes. You know that, right? Sheesh, she's now finally willing to listen. So, where are Doryu and Kanikiwa? To tell you the truth, both of them haven't returned, and it's already past curfew. Excuse me? I always warn the kids that they need to get back by curfew, but they... Okay, so these two are running around in the damn school somewhere. The dorm manager offers up a bunch of half-assed excuses. She obviously doesn't want to be held accountable. They actually left after coming back. I let them go since it was before the curfew. I didn't do anything wrong. Did you ask where they were going? No, I respected their privacy. but I distinctly remember that Kanukawa was talking on the phone before she left. Judging by their conversation, I assumed she was invited out by somebody. Oh, okay. I'll try looking for them. Ignoring what the dorm manager attempts to say after that, I immediately hang up the phone. This is bad. Stifling my mounting anxiety, I quickly try to organize my thoughts. They got a phone call and left the dorm. Luring their target out with a phone call is a trick the Departed has used over and over again. Knowing that, it's probably a sign that they've been lured back into the school grounds. I need to find them, and quickly. Yeah. I'm gonna save really quick. Alright, so where should we go? We should probably check the student council room first. That would probably make the most logical sense. Doryu and Michiho aren't here. Of course they're not. Doryu and Michiho aren't here. Okay. They aren't there. Okay, they're in the new building then, clearly. The two of them have to be at school somewhere. But where to look first? Yeah, I don't know, bro. Come. Place, connect, past, future. No, the connecting corridor, then. That feeling just now in that whisper, it's the same voice that told me to pretend to be Mr. Highrose during Slit-Mouthed Kashima's case. Come to the place that connects the past and the future. That voice is trying to guide me somewhere. I'm assuming to the connecting corridor. Okay, here we go. The flashlight. It's this frickin' doll again. A female doll is standing in the darkness. You're the one who called me, right? I forced the words out of my tensed mouth. So, a place that connects the past and the future. It must be this corridor that connects the old and new buildings. What the hell are you? The doll only responds with a hollow voice. We simply stand facing each other, both of us motionless as time passes. Meanwhile, Doryu and Michiho are... I feel uneasy thinking about it. Hey, why did you call me? Plabi? What is she trying to say? Place bell rings. My... So she wants us to go to the clock tower. The doll in the red dress disappears, blending into the darkness. What did she want to tell me? She's trying to tell us to go to the clock tower. Place where the bell rings. The place where the bell rings, what's in there? Well, yeah, we gotta go this way. Clock tower is now open. We can investigate. What is... Okay, it won't let us go that way. Gotta go to the clock tower. Watch Scissor Man be up here. The place where the bell rings, eh? There's only one possibility. The clock tower. A landmark of Konoehara Academy that was built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. Having fortunately escaped the fiery ravages of war, it became the symbol of the school along with the old building. The clock stopped working 7 years ago, so there's no way the bell can ring. But I've often heard the bell since coming here, especially on occasions when the Departed's presence is strong. The bell is ringing. Well, somebody's in there. That scream just now, was it Doryu? She's nearby, probably inside the clock tower. Yeah, probably. The door of the grand clock tower is slightly ajar, almost as if it's beckoning me to enter. The moment I put my hand on the rusty doorknob, the double doors fling wide open. We're gonna find Quasimodo in here. What exactly am I seeing here? Well, damn, man. Jesus Christ. Both Doryu and Michiho are lying on the floor in their underwear. I mean... What the hell happened here? You guys okay? Oh, it looks like the mold is trapping them onto the floor. Yes, Doryu replies weakly. She can't think straight. Ugh, Mr. Villain? Michiho groans and calls my name. Can you stand? Don't think so. I can't move my legs and arms. A huge blob is wriggling around them, restraining their limbs. Yes, the same thing that got Xiao, I think. It looks like a massive slime mold. I'm going to rip it off. Wait, don't provoke the bugs, they'll bite. Yeah, she's got like 2 cockroaches on her ass and a centipede, so we might not want to. A swarm of insects are crawling on their skin. Some are venomous, including the centipede. The centipedes are venomous? Really? I had no idea. If this is the Departed's doing, then these are likely no ordinary insects. If I mess up, there will probably be terrible consequences, just like there were for Daimon and the others. Ugh. I better be extremely careful and take things step by step. What should I do first? Bro, I don't know. Help Doryu, help Michiho. Well, maybe we should help Michiho first. First, I remove the slime mold that's binding Michiho's limbs. And then I carefully brush the bugs from her body. Can you walk, Michiho? Barely. I help Michiho get on her feet and take her out of the clock tower. Thank you. We should be safe here. I'll go help Doryu now. Wait here. Yeah, I can tell you right now Doryu's not going to be there. She gone. Either that or she's dead, one of the two. I return to the clock tower and perform the same task in the exact same order to help Doryu. Oh no, she is still there. Lastly, I scoop up their uniforms from the floor and run outside with her. I close the doors behind me and heave a huge sigh of relief. It all went well. I mean, what a Friday night this is, man. While the two are getting dressed, I look up at the clock tower. Is it just coincidence that they were put there? I don't think so. There must be a reason for it. And a calculated one at that. Mr. Villain, we're done changing. I have to ask them what happened. Before that, let's go back to the infirmary. Once we arrive, I make them some instant coffee. Both of them sip their drinks in silence. Their faces have regained some color. Looks like they've calmed down a bit. They should be able to talk now. Okay. Mr. Villain, I'm fine now. Feel free to ask us anything you need to know. Yeah, why the hell were y'all naked laying on the clock tower ground? That goes for me too. Despite their trembling voices, they're trying to be strong. Honestly, I'd rather not make these kids recall such painful events, but I don't have any choice. Time to figure out what happened in the clock tower. Let's see. Yeah, let's just get right to the point. The door was open when we arrived at the clock tower. The moment we stepped inside, a swarm of insects attacked us. Yeah, but why were you going there to begin with? They were crawling under our uniforms, so we took them off and tried to get the insects off of us. I started panicking and everything went blank after that. If they were just normal insects, I wouldn't have been so scared, but I saw some venomous centipedes among them. My limbs refused to move when I tried to escape. And then you came just when we were at the end of our ropes. You really saved our lives. The dorm manager told me you were invited out by someone. Who called you? It was you. Me? You asked us to help you because you were trapped in the clock tower. Oh, okay, that's why. So Haim and I went out there. I think that was probably the Departed pretending to be me in order to lure you out. Are you serious? Damn, they're a tricky enemy. I tell them that I've managed to resolve the situation with the spirit in the pool. Thank you, Mr. Villain. To think that spirit was really Takai. So she was murdered by Hanako and then became a spirit. Kind of scary to think about a spirit giving birth to another spirit. Takai isn't the only victim that turned into a spirit. Shinji, who was killed by Kashima, was haunting the gymnasium. I have to wonder if this entire series of awful events was set in motion by the Departed. Was the Departed the one who sent those insects to attack us? Most likely. I saw a notice that they were trying to kill you two, student council. Why us? I might have an idea why. Do you mind telling us? So I've noticed that the Departed targets fall into two categories. People directly targeted by the Departed like you were, and those who are targeted by other spirits. Everyone who's been directly targeted by the Departed have all been people I'm close with. Then that means we were targeted because we're close with you. I think so. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Doryu. Sorry, Michiho. You wouldn't have had this horrific experience if I hadn't asked for your help. I'm a curse. I shouldn't have gotten involved in this case. So Daimon and the others wouldn't have endured those awful things. My chest tightens as feelings of regret well up inside. But we were saved because of you. Doryu? You still saved our lives. That's not something that just anyone would have been able to do. You did it because you have the skills. What is going on? Yep. The other adults don't believe in the Departed. You're the only one I can rely on to protect us. So please don't apologize for caring about us. We're really grateful to you. Michiho. Thank you. See, that's why I saved her first. She's nicer. Even after experiencing many terrible things, they never lose their smiles. They never turn away from the terror lurking in the darkness. Instead, they're trying to fight against it. I don't know if it's because they're brave or have a strong sense of justice. One thing's for sure, though, what those two are doing is not something that just anyone would be capable of. Witnessing their strength and resolve has given me encouragement. The two of them shine brightly, like a beacon in the darkness. Mr. Villain, there's something I'm curious about. Is the Departed really hiding in our school? Well, obviously. Yes, Azumi and A said they're pretending to be a human. Do you know who they are? No, unfortunately. I can almost guarantee you it's Mr. Kano. The first time I met that guy, I knew there was something off about him. Either that or it's Miss Sakamoto. They're one cautious foe disguising themselves and leaving no clues at all. Mr. Villain, would you like to try deducing the departed's true identity with us? Oh, nice idea. Let's give it a shot. 3 heads are better than 2. Yeah, sure, we better try it. Their suggestion piques my interest. Who knows, maybe they actually can feel the departed's presence. So the departed is targeting those who are close to you, right? How would they know your circle of friends and who you're close to, though? Since they're a spirit, they might have used their supernatural powers to figure it out. Or they might have discovered it when pretending to be a human at the school. Why don't you try exploring that option? If we assume they're just using powers, that won't leave us any path to deduce anything. There's only a handful of people who know about A and Xiao at this school. Yeah, it's this guy right here. I can tell you right now. First up is my client and the headmaster of the school, Mr. Kano. Since I report everything related to the case to him, he would have learned a thing or two about me during the process. Exactly. And there's number 2 right here. Next we have curriculum coordinator Sakamoto. A serious and cantankerous individual. She might have heard things about me from Mr. Kano and her colleagues. Oh yeah, this guy could be. Next, the male student named Haruka Abe. For some reason, he knows a lot about me and my connections. He called me a spirit doctor, so he may know about the mark bearers too. And then we have Hamiko Doryu. Yeah, we can't rule out these two either, and Michihu Kanama. Both of them have been working with me, so they'd know A and Xiao as well. Is the departed among them? If so, who is it? I'm gonna go with my first instinct and say it's Kano. If that's true, it means this whole investigation is part of the departed's plan. Both the notices and the students' disappearances were all traps to lure you out. Whoa, so he's like a mastermind pulling the strings behind the scenes? I'd been operating under the impression that the departed was female since they refer to themselves as a bride. Oh, that is true. So why would they have assumed the form of a man when they could have just as easily taken a female form? That's an interesting perspective, Michiho. I didn't even think of that. This isn't as easy as I thought. I just don't have enough clues to deduce the departed's true identity yet. I can only press on with the investigation, all the while wondering who are my allies and who are my enemies. That actually kind of rules out Kano, because yeah, it would have to be a female. Before we realize it, a long time has passed. It might be Miss Sakamoto. I can't just keep these girls out when they've already broken their curfew. We better leave the infirmary as soon as we're ready. Like, go where? You know what I mean? What kind of excuse should we give to the dorm manager? I don't know. Alright, how much time we got left here? We got like, what? A little over 6 minutes. Yeah, this probably better be a good place to stop and save. Let's get that save on file. 11 hours in. Oh, boy, man. Yeah, this is... So we know the departed has got to be a female, so it's either Doryu, Michiho, or it's Sakamoto. I think that's kind of what we're at right now. What do we have for items? We don't really have anything for items. Actually, do we have? Thought there might have been something else on there, but there's not. So she says she doesn't believe in the supernatural, so that's kind of something that the departed would say, you know what I mean? To kind of trick us. I think she's moved up to number 1 on my list. With this frickin' guy, too. But he's a male, though. Quiet girl with a large mark on her face. The second year at Konoehara and the student council president. She has quite demeanor and isn't much for talking. Terrified of the ghost stories, she balances her studies, work, and exercise well. I'm trying to see if there's any extra information that I can find on these two. I mean, even though we found them in the clock tower, like they were being attacked, that could all just be an act. You know what I mean? Student council vice president. She loves insects, and there were insects on both of them. So if I had to guess, it's either Sakamoto or Michiho is the departed. She's actually seeming to be a little too flirtatious with me, which would make sense if she wants us to marry, or if the departed wants us to marry them. Yeah, boy, man, the plot is thickening here. I don't know which one it is. It's either her or Sakamoto. It's gotta be. Was there any other... No, nothing's new on this file. Okay. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. We got like 4 minutes left here, or 3 minutes left, so we're going to wrap this up. Yeah, thanks for watching. As always, conspirators, stay charming, and when we come back, we'll continue on with Chapter 4 in our investigation.